Live from Chicago's NBC 5, this is NBC 5 News at 10.
A hero comes home for the holidays. He lost both his legs and an arm serving in Iraq, and then spent a year in the hospital recovering. Tonight, Bryan Anderson is finally back home. Good evening, I'm Warner Saunders.
And I'm Allison Rosati. Our top story tonight, a joyful welcome home for a soldier. Bryan Anderson says it's a dream come true, and hundreds of people turned out to make it a day he will never forget. NBC5's Phil Rogers with the story.
To all intents and purposes, the destination of this flight was simply home. And hundreds turned out on the tarmac to make certain that message rang out loud and clear.
On behalf of the American Airlines family, I would like to welcome you home.
Sergeant Bryan Anderson was not just another arriving passenger, not even just another soldier. The former American Airlines ramp worker lost his left arm and both legs when a roadside bomb blew up his Humvee in Iraq last October. These were his former co-workers, and they turned out by the hundreds today.
It is because of you that we as Americans are able to stand here today and enjoy the freedom that we enjoy.
I figured, there might be a few people that I knew up here, but I didn't think there's gonna be anything like this.
Indeed, after he was met by the cheering throngs at O'Hare, there were hundreds more at the Des Plaines Tollway Oasis and a motorcade through his old neighborhood in Rolling Meadows. Bryan has 2 new artificial legs and a rather remarkable prosthetic hand. Today, his homecoming was tempered only by the fact that he knows so many are still back in Iraq.
All it is over there is pretty much luck. It's all random. There's fighting ghosts, and I hope they can have a happy holiday.
Bryan's mom was with him nearly every day of his year-long rehab. And what did she learn during that year?
Family and friends are the most important things in the whole wide world.
And Bryan, he says he'd like nothing more than to rejoin his comrades out on the tarmac at O'Hare.
That just shows what kind of spirit he has, and you know what? I'll bet on it. He'll be back here.
I'll be down there soon enough.
Phil Rogers, NBC 5 News.
Bryan Anderson's story is on page 1 of tomorrow's Chicago Sun-Times. The headline reads, "Our hero comes home." And you can read a lot more about Bryan. Tomorrow's edition of the paper is dedicated to Bryan Anderson.